Alright, beginning of day 3. Don't look at my hair. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. Kind of a late start today. I was going to start a little while ago, but Jenna Marbles got a hamster, so I'm gonna start on doing things. My goal for today is to end up with something that I can try on. I've got the dress. I think I'm going to start by doing the waistband while I have enough power to run my iron and fuse interfacing to fabric. Alright, wish me luck. I have traced and cut out a pattern for my outer waistband, and I'm going to cut it out with the center front on fold so there's not a seam down the middle. And then I'm going to fuse interfacing to it so it's stronger than just this cotton. I'm sorry. So that it's stronger than the cotton, and I can stitch it on and actually have some support in the waistband. Alright. Okay, the waistband is all fused to the interfacing. Now I'm going to stitch it to the bodice and sew it on. Do you have something to say? You're just being obnoxious. Anyways, gonna do that. And then I'll check back. What? 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 You're the worst. Okay, bye. Alright, so I pinned and stitched the waistband on, and I top stitched around the very edge of it so that it'll lay flush the way I want it to. It's not perfect. I may have to take it in a few places, but this is definitely the most successful attaching of a waistband I've ever done. So, high five me. Alright, bye. I took a break for lunch, and now I'm going to get back to work. And I'm going to start by doing the circly part of the sleeves. I'm trying out different sleeve patterns for my bodice sleeves. And I think I found one that I like. It is technically a half circle type thing, because I started out cutting it in a full circle, but the way that I did it made it like an oval, so I cut it in half, so my accident turned into something that I like. And I originally wanted to have the longer end on the outside, but I think it looks better with the longer end on the inside. And I think I'm actually going to end up turning it more so that the longer side, this side, is more to the back, and the shorter side is more to the front than the sides. So I think I'm going to go with this one, make it a little bit longer for the seam allowance, and have the seam running on the long side so it'll be more in the back than in the front. Alrighty. And it was pointed out to me that I spelled sleeve wrong on my first sleeve pattern. So it's upside down, but I spelled it right. There you go. Sorry to everyone who my terrible spelling triggered. Bye. The sleeves are on and looking good. Alright, I have marked out on the back where I'm going to fold over the brocade and the yellow and fold it inwards, and I'm going to sew eyelets along here so that I can do the corset. And I'm going to stitch in along the inside the darker pink fabric that I have already cut out. I'm going to stitch that along the inside for a modesty panel so that you can't see my back when the corset is done. Alright, so I have folded back and basted down both sides of the back panels, and now I have this the modesty panel, and I have pinned some of it in the back so that when I sew it on I can have some slack so I can get it on and off, because I'm not having a clasp. The corset is going to be the fastener. So I'm going to put it on and stitch it down somehow. I'm not sure exactly how yet, but I'm going to figure it out. Probably right to the actual thing. I'm going to trim this off though because I don't want to break my needle on all these layers of fabric. And that's where I'm at right now. Alright, I sewed in the modesty panel and I tried it on and I can get it on and off with no problem. And now I'm going to use the rest of the fabric that I didn't use for that. It's the same darker pink color, and I'm going to make ruffles that are going to go around the bottom of the waistband about that far and make it almost look like a peplum, but not really. Okay, not related to dress construction, but I just have to show you. I took the cover off to take out the bobbin so I could make up a couple pink ones so I could make some pink ruffles. And I go to take the bobbin out and it's empty, but there was this one string. This was the start of the bobbin. I love it when this happens. I run out of thread, but it's just enough to make it to the end of my last round of sewing. That's just the best thing ever. I have made the ruffles and I'm in the process of pinning them onto the waistband. And I will sew them on and get right back to you. Alright, so here's the dealio. I ruffled the ruffles and I pinned them on, and I think it looks like a clown outfit. So I'm going to not sew them. I'm going to take the pins out and not have that happen. So that means that for me, what that personally means for me is that I have to sew on the ribbon ruffle to the pink skirt before I sew the skirt onto the bodice. And that will be very easy. It'll actually be easier without these ruffles in the way. Alright. But for now, I think I'm gonna take a break from using my sewing machine, maybe watch some TV, and sew the eyelets into the back of the dress so that I can lace up the corset. So we got 3 of these embroidery floss thingies that match the color of my dress pretty much perfectly, but I could not get them through the needles that I picked up that I bought that are for embroidery floss. So I instead of using this, I just quadruple layered normal thread through a normal needle, and I'm using that for the eyelets, and it's working really well. I have gotten 1.5 of them done. And I've got 1, 2, 3 on this side and 5 on the other side to do. So I think that is probably going to take a while, so I'm just going to watch TV and do that and get back to you later. All right, bye. Okay, it took literally forever. I've been sewing eyelets since I posted my last video, but I've finished all of them, and then I got kind of ahead of myself and threaded the ribbon through, and I'm going to try it on now and have my mom, since she came home a while ago, I'm going to have her tighten up the corset and see how it fits. Wish me luck. Okay, trying it on. I'm definitely going to have to add darts, and I don't know what the corset looks like because I can't see it in the mirror because it's on my back. How does it look? Looks good. Looks good? Yeah. So goal for today accomplished. I have something that I can try on. And tomorrow, if I have time, or later tonight maybe even, I'm going to stitch the ruffles onto the skirt, the pink brocade skirt, and then I can see where it's going to sit on here, this part of it. And I'm going to see if I have enough ribbon to go around the sleeves of this one, and maybe line them with the lining material that we got because the brocade, the way that it's made, is kind of scratchy where I didn't fold the seams in. And yeah, that's the plan. High five. Bye.
Before I put it away.
Don't put my skirts away. I'm going to pin them to the thingy.
You're going to pin them to this?
Yeah.
So the skirts are fine on the back?
Yeah.
So we gotta stuff all this business in there?
That's what she said.
I'm glaring at you through tulle. Scary, right? Especially because it's yellow tulle.
End of day 3. I didn't end up doing any more work, but I'm really tired, so we're cleaning up now.
I don't know what this we stuff is.
Mom is cleaning up, and I'm gonna help when I'm done recording. Yep. And I'm having company tomorrow, so there's probably not gonna be any updates tomorrow. But as soon as I start working again, I will record. And I'm sorry it's so dark in here, but it's nighttime. Say bye, Mom, to Facebook and YouTube.
Bye, Facebook and YouTube.
Bye.